picked off by Ron Thornhill. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he survived.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. He's at the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
All day, defense, all day. Hey, there we go, Mike 20, Mike go. I got one.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And an alley to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. And finding the tight end, Wilson. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Carr. And it'll be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just looked at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Check 43.
On third down, Richard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on first down, Jackson going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Flushed out right. Got him in. It's Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to pour it on. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Jackson, it's Hill, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move, 1st and 10. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jabal Sheard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And some space here. And defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Jackson, options out left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Boy, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Okay.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Good job. Good job, Warrior.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now this time, Carl throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Miles Jack able to knock that one away. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Carr going to throw here. Lets it go for Nelson. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Raider 9. 56. Hey, Foxtrot.
Carr now to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the gun, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Pull it high. Check 3. Check 4. Bravo. Check 3. Express. Get down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Frank Clark, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow. So for Oakland, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.